2025 prediction reading. I'm just going to get little pieces of information of things that could be happening in the year ahead. Just giving you a heads up on stuff. Okay. So I feel like there's some bonding. It could be with a lover. It could be about sharing your innermost secrets. Maybe that's what you want. You're desiring it. You're wishing for it, right? I think you're depleted and drained and have a long journey ahead of you. Some of you could be traveling, like going on a road trip. I'm not sure what the arrogance, ego, stubborn energy here is, but I feel like there's someone around you like that. Or maybe you'll just go through a period of time where you feel that way, maybe just due to the planets or something like that. It could be like your human self taking over, right? And that could happen like if you're tired. And I feel like that's happening. I feel like some of you are going on a long distance journey. I feel like, there's a change coming. And there could be delays as well in something, in some kind of plan or in the change. This is also about being distracted and worried about something. I feel like some of you are feeling kind of, sad about something, but I feel like it's also an opportunity for you to grow and get focused and find yourself, find your soul, find your inner peace. It's right here when I cut the deck. So, yeah. So maybe, tell me something else. Divine masculine energy. This could be about, taking the lead. It feels like there's just like an overwhelmed energy here. Like you're missing something or someone, you're desiring intimacy or desiring sensuality. You're desiring trying to connect with someone. You're missing someone in specific. And I just feel like it's time for you to kind of like step into your divine masculine energy, male or female, because it's time for you to like kind of like take charge of where your life is going. I just did a moon reading for the 30th, and that was kind of like what that whole reading was really about. I'm going to get a different deck and see if we can get some more messages about 2025 for Capricorn. Forcer forces things on you. See, there's someone away. Maybe this is this divine masculine energy. Someone's trying to force things on you. Trying to force you to go their way, do it their way. Uses force to get what they want. I feel like you can't truly trust this person. I feel like there's something about work or money going on here, and I've seen this a lot. So I kind of feel like all of us are going to have this fear about money. Maybe it's just our economy, right? And we're feeling kind of afraid. Be careful of the fear energy. Be careful of this energy that's depleting and making you tired and making your human be afraid. Be careful of that energy because it's hard to connect with your higher self when you're like that. You know what I mean? Something here hooked. What's got you hooked? There's an offer, it looks like, at the bottom of the deck. That's something you don't see coming. Like it could be an offer of love. It could be a new job or a raise or something like that. Or it could be telling me that there's someone around you that's not that great in your life, like, and you are, you know, wanting to keep them in your life, even though, bankrupt. I mean, look where that's at. It's right below this depleted card. And I mean, this could be all about an, a relationship that's tearing you apart. And it looks like you're kind of like at this place where, you know, I feel like you're in fear. Capricorn, you're in fear of something. Like there's someone being really, I guess, bossy or controlling. Controlling might be a better word than bossy. Stubborn, arrogant. Okay. Okay, so maybe this person, or maybe the way you're handling this is partying. Like it could be. This could be talking about like having an addiction and ignoring it, pretending like it's not there. It could also be just trying to like use a substance or something. Like even this is like kind of like this cat is just sleeping on this counter. And I'm thinking like, have you ever used sleep? Because I have, where you just feel like I'm just going to sleep this thing off, all of it, all of my reality. I'm just going to sleep my life away. Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like there's this harsh energy here, and I don't know how exactly you're responding to it, but it's got you in some kind of way, feeling like you can't move. You feel stuck in some way. And I don't know how you're dealing with it, but it could be, like you're going to some old ways of coping, something that you left a long time ago, even. I feel like there's a person around you. It's this person, and I think it's a masculine person. They might be actually like ignoring you, but they're dangerous. Wolf in sheep's clothing, cock blocking. I don't even know what cock blocking means, but that looks like a giant, like chicken um, flying or something. You know what I mean? This person's a drama starter. They might even be just in interested because in financial things like money or something like that. But there is a person in your life, and I'm wondering if this is who you crave and miss or desire something more with. I don't know, but I do feel like there's something here. I'm going to get some. I don't really like this reading. Um, it just looks like there's someone around you that's just not good for you, and you're missing them. And I mean, I feel like I don't know what's happening here, but it's depleting you. It's draining you. And this person that you're hooked onto is a karmic relationship and not really your friend. They're bankrupting your energy is what I feel like. They're depleting you of all positive energy. Tell me what's going on here. This is a cycle that needs to be completed. It's like it's saying this is what's going to change. Cycle is over. You do not have to be here anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's really time for this to change. So, as you're going into the new year, I feel like you should give this a lot of consideration about how much energy you're putting into it, because they're telling me that this person that you're putting the energy into is not good. They're a wolf in sheep's clothing. They could be after your money. They make up shit about you, and they're obviously not treating you well. I feel like they're mean and prideful and arrogant and stubborn. and maybe they party, or maybe that's how you're handling it. I'm not really sure, but I feel like you really feel hooked on this relationship. But what it's really doing is sucking the life out of you, Capricorn. Sucking the life out of you. And I kind of feel like the planets are going to align in order for this cycle to close, because it's a karmic cycle and it's over. You've learned the lesson. What is the lesson? What is the lesson? This cycle card is kind of like the world card, right? It's over and something new is coming in behind it that's better. So I feel like, this is a fear that you have. Like, you don't really want to cut this cycle off, but it's because of the way you feel about yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like you're thinking that it's going to come back together. But what really is happening instead is, I think that something's going to happen where you realize this is over and you're going to let it go. You're going to have to. And, and then that's when your higher self comes in and you get a glimpse of it, a glimpse of that light that you carry inside of yourself, that is your soul. And I think this helps us sometimes, well, every time really, when you really, really see it, and you really, really grasp what's happening, I kind of feel like our self-worth bumps up, because we realize we're not this, everything that we are is not what we see in the mirror. There's more. There's more. There's soul that is connected, And I feel like that is kind of what's happening to you. I feel like you're real sick and tired of maybe waiting, maybe feeling like shit about yourself, waiting for this person who's treating you like shit, talking behind your back. Ick. Okay, so let's see what this pride and arrogance and ego and stubborn energy is talking about. Okay, it's just simply talking about your ego, your human piece, right? And it's telling me that you are feeling like fragmented and lost, about this relationship. But the thing is that, you're being redirected. You know what I mean? Like, here's what I feel like. I feel like this pattern that you're in, like you're in this relationship with somebody and you crave it and you want it, but they're not even really that nice to you, is what it looks like. Now, if this is a husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, or if it's a parent or a sibling, I'm not sure, right? But it seems to me like you've put all of your energy into it and you're just exhausted. And Spirit is saying, like, well, it's like you're swimming against the current in the river. Have you ever watched like a current go down the river? We put our inner tube in there and we ride that current down. We go fast and we go over rapids, right? But this exhausted card, this is about being exhausted because you're swimming against the current. You're swimming against the flow of life, against the flow of your life. You know what I mean? You want to stay in that south node because it's where your comfort zone is. But it's not doing you any good, and you've already learned the lesson. And the lesson is you have a soul that wants to learn more, right? And the lesson is that you don't have to feel like this. Your purpose is much greater than being hurt and fragmented. Like, it's part of it, for sure. But we almost have to get that way in order to, like, connect in. And I feel like that's kind of what it's talking about. Tell me, what are they distracted with? What's being delayed? What is changing? So let's see. That's a big card with a lot of meanings, but let's see what it is. You're distracted, and there's change in family, home, and commitment, right? There's delays in the way you want it to look. There's a change in the commitment. There's a change in your family dynamic, right? Yeah. Go with the flow. What did I tell you? You're swimming against the current. You're swimming against you're trying to stay, you're working so hard at, like, think about trying to paddle upstream. You know what I mean? Like, I just keep seeing the river. And I was thinking about, like, paddling upstream, how hard that would be. Would you ever get anywhere? Would you just tip over? I don't really know, but it's kind of like a metaphor, really, about you and where you want to go, where your soul wants to go, and where you want to go. You're human, right? Your human is stuck in this thing, hooked on this relationship that's depleting your energy, you know? So I feel like, you're distracted from going with the flow because you feel like the flow ought to go the other direction. And Spirit's telling me no. You're being moved onto your north node. You're being, like, asked to close out a cycle. And that makes a lot of sense to me because the nodes are changing. And so what this right here, like this node thing, it's in the south node's in Libra, and that's what we're leaving behind. That's the things we need to leave. And that is an energy of people pleasing, doing whatever other people need to make them happy. And the opposite, the north node, is in Aries, which is a masculine energy. And we're being asked and pushed in that direction. Take charge of your life. Try something new. This is the flow. You see what I mean? Like, going with the flow is going towards where Spirit is taking you, which is toward running your own life. Making all your own decisions, deciding all the things for yourself, trying new things, not being afraid. You're in a lot of fear. So, the Emperor is not afraid, and that's where the North Node is at, is in Aries. So, you need to, let go of that. Tell me about this. What are you ignoring? What are you doing? Okay. I feel like you feel some sort of responsibility for this thing. And I feel like if you could get out of this energy of guilt or wherever it is, it's kind of like, look at it. Like, what do I do? What did I do? It's about sabotage. It's about guilt, right? And so why are you feeling guilty? What part did you play in it? And how can you let that go? Because it isn't working for you, I feel like what you're needing to do here is form a new structure. And I kind of think, like, in 2025, that's what's going on. Is you're letting go of this thing that you've been hanging on to for God knows how long. Your higher self is coming out saying, like, this shit is over, man. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of this pattern, and I'm ready to move forward into something else. We're bigger than this. And it's time for you to know that. It's time for you to own your divinity, Go with the flow. Things are changing, yeah. But I think what you're going to find at the end of this is beautiful. So I'm going to ask this cards. Tell me what the outcome is in 2025 for Capricorn. It looks to me like this is a lot of self-awareness. This is a lot of, like, having to let go of something you don't want to let go of. Okay. Tell me what the outcome is for Capricorn in 2025. What's it look like? You're feeling alone. Damn it. 5 of Pentacles. You're refusing to see. Well, this is a specific message for someone, right? You're feeling all alone. You're refusing to see the truth. Do you see how, like, in this 2 of Swords, this guy has this metal helmet on that's blocking not only his third eye, but his crown chakra? No information coming in. And so what happens when we get into the Five of Cups? Five of Cups is about feeling alone and not being able to figure out what to do next, right? And refusing to see is like blocking yourself from your higher self. You know, like you can't see it, you can't hear it. But I feel like Eight of Wands. This is about spirit involvement. It's about spirit coming in. At the bottom of the deck, it says things are going to be made fair. You know, and it's spirit that's doing it. Because I feel like you're in a pretty bad way here. You know, you're completely blocked off from your higher self. And if you're drinking, partying, like you're like, that's what it reminds me of. There's champagne glasses on there. And I feel like you know, I just feel like alcohol is also a spirit, and it does have a lot of control over us if we use it and abuse it. And this could be what the Two of Swords is. Like you're feeling alone, and you're feeling yeah, alone. I don't know what to do. And so you are going to some kind of old coping skill, which could be drinking, right? And so I just want to warn you that like alcohol can shut down that chakra system. Like you can't feel it. You can't hear your higher self. You can't hear the guidance. It's really hard. Any kind of substance abuse is that way. So I don't know. I just feel like be careful because what's happening is you're dealing with this in some sort of way and you're ignoring the messages from your higher self. Your higher self has stuff to tell you, like I'll show you how to get abundance. I'll show you what your gifts are. I'll show you the new structure that we're making. I'll show you the new foundation that we're going to build our brand new life on. Once we kick this old habit of this person, yeah, Nine of Pentacles. This is called the well-deserved reward, but it's also the Nine of Pentacles, right? So it's about being enlightened. It's about finding the enlightenment. So I kind of feel like in a way you're kind of sort of blocking yourself with some sort of activity that you're doing or coping skill that you're using. Um, and I feel like there's some kind of like energy coming in the Eight of Swords that's bringing in some kind of success and growth. So you might feel some kind of, or get some kind of like recognition, maybe at work. You know, you're getting a well-deserved reward. You are at the top here, like on the top pillar. These are solid gold pillars, and look at all the color around him, the enlightenment, right? So he's got the best vantage point here, being on the highest gold bar. You know what I mean? This is about, you know, tapping into your higher self, speaking your truth. I feel like your heart is opening up. Yeah, it is. Heart chakra. See how this goes? Like you get this well-deserved reward and you get to speak about it. You start to feel like you can speak. Your eyes, your heart kind of like just opens up. This is the Ace of Cups. This is love for yourself. This is the heart opening. Like you're going to feel that in your chakra system, right? Um, and that's what I see happening. Like it looks like obstacles here, like in the very beginning. But like this deck is telling me like in 2025, what all of this shit is doing all around you in your energy is basically opening you up, healing you, nurturing you, becoming the master of your heart. You see what's happening here? All them heart cards, all that love. Love, 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 love. 4 cards talking about love, self-love, right? Mastering your heart, understanding. I feel like, you know, your heart's been imprisoned with this thing. Like you feel like my heart only belongs to this person. And I think you need to be careful with that. And I think that this could be like saying like, this has been this has been your issue, is you feel like this is the only person that you can love or that you want to love, right? But I don't know. I just feel like something else is coming along. I feel like it could have to do with being single and finding that connection with your higher self. I really do. There's just so much that happens in that place. But like I see you over here, like craving someone, wishing they were there, feeling really shitty about it, right? So let's get some advice. Same deck. Let's see what your advice is. What's their advice for 2025 for Capricorn? What's the advice here? The Emperor. Take the lead of your own life. Work on the things that matter to you. I feel like there's some work needing to be done on your sacral chakra. And this, I mean, it's orange, so you could eat orange food, wear orange clothes, set an intention. I also feel like doing something you love. This guy is making a mural, so I don't know if you're an artist or whatever, but I feel like there's a new beginning coming for you. I feel like you're having a full-on Kundalini kind of thing because you have, all these chakra cards here, and I mean, you have over half of them. So, and they're all they're kind of the human part. You know what I mean? Like the sacral chakra is about the lover, and it's also about your family. And you could probably trace this back to family issues, your love situation. You know what I mean? To heal that. I also feel like it could be helpful for you to like look up exercises, like do it, just look on YouTube, yoga moves to open these chakras, to love on these chakras. You've got the throat, the heart, the sacral, and the solar plexus, which, basically goes from your neck all the way down to underneath, like 2 inches below your belly button. It covers that whole human area, your heart, your belly, your like your sex organs, right? So I think I have done some readings on the chakras, so they're on there in a playlist if you're interested in looking at the information that I've found out about it. But I feel like it's time for you to like step into your power and face this head on and realize who you are. I feel like some of you have been kind of like in the shadow of your life. You've been back here in the shadows and you're getting some new information from your higher self. It's coming in right here with this Eight of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, right? This new information makes you step into the front of your life. You're not scared anymore. You're not missing anything, and you know it. So, isn't it funny that you have both the Emperor and Empress here? There could be new love coming in for you after you release this old one, within the year even. Or it could be you just like harnessing the energy of all of the divine energy we have, which is divine masculine and feminine. A balance in that would create a whole different life for anyone, because you totally understand. And, it might be like part of this person that drives you to become the divine masculine. You know what I mean? Like you're like, you know what? This is enough. Like I've had enough of this game that you're playing with me and I'm over it. I'm not going to wait for you. I'm not going to think about you. I'm done. And so it is, right? I feel like that's your message and I hope it makes sense for you. I love you guys. Happy New Year.